Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Dark's Dungeon. So today the plan is to go into the Crimson Courtyard to level it up, some bleeding heroes up, and to see if we can't get some Crimson Courtyard trinkets. It's a lot, but really, we're just hoping to level up the heroes. Anything else is side progress. So, team for today, Evelyn, our Ripperkin. She is... Actually, I don't think anyone is guaranteed to hit level 5. Unless I use the Kraken ribbons, so we might be bringing those. But Evelyn, our Ripperkin, is going to be using Rip and Tear. This debuffs the target's protection if any target has it. There are a few in there that do have it, so we will be using it here and there. Blood is Fuel, bypassing and breaking guard, which is kind of useful. 4 for 2 bleed, and well, it might put her in sated mode, which we don't really care about anymore unless we're using very specific trinkets, which we are not. Bloody Gust hits the middle 2 rows, puts a 6 for 2 bleed on them, and does pretty negligible normal damage. And then we have Rev Up to gain an extra action should we need it, but I really don't think we're going to need it unless we get ambushed by the Kraken. For her trinkets, we have the Ripper's Sidearm. This gives her plus 10% damage received, minus 5 dodge. However, on her melee hits, she does 3 additional damage and 2 for 2 bleed. All of her hits are melee, so that kind of helps. We then have Cran, the Flagellant, with Punish, Reign of Sorrows, Ensanguinate, and Suffer. For his trinkets, we have the Bloody Collar. This gives him plus 20% bleed chance for all of his bleeding moves. On being hit, he'll do a 2 for 3 bleed. And we have the Condemn's Hood, which ups his bleeding resistance, ups the bleeding amount he does by 34%, and lowers his death blow resistance by 20%, so he has a 53 bleed. So he has a 53 death blow resistance. Next, for rares, our Saw Hunter. Bloodletting Teeth hitting rows 1 and 2, doing a 2 for 3 bleed. Into the Wound hitting rows 2, 3, and 4, doing a 75% extra damage versus bleeding. Serrated Knives hitting the back 2 rows, doing a 3 for 3 bleed. And Hunter Salutation, which ups his dodge and gives him a riposte. I believe I got rid of the stun on this, so that can be used kind of whenever. For his trinkets, we have the Blood Charm. This gives him plus 20% damage versus bleeding, armor piercing versus bleeding, and an on attack hit bleed, and the Bloody Feather to do extra damage versus anything that is bleeding once again. And Vatville, our Bowman, mainly using piercing arrow to do AoE bleed damage, but we do have either limb snipe to do minus crit minus accuracy, or sure shot to bypass guard and stealth. For his trinkets, Splinterwood Shaft, upping bleed amount and bleed chance, and Moon Oil Bowstring, which on hit and on kill will up bleed and blight amount received, and then on kill will do a 1 bleed and blight amount for 3 rounds on all other enemies. So let's see what we get in here. Let's have some fun. Not really fishing for anything in particular, but we'll see what we kind of get. I am going to bring some Kraken ribbons here just to level everyone up faster, because we are just trying to level everyone up at this point. Alright. I thought I brought 4 Krakens. Oh well. You know what? I just won't put it on Vatville. He has a ton of uses otherwise. Trying to think of how to do this. So if I go down, left, up, right, all the way around, I kind of hit everywhere. Kind of searching for the immense hives here. De-stressing. No, I didn't bring any blood, just in case anything happens. That's not great. Evelyn here. We're gonna do Rip and Tear moving forward, getting rid of the Mawmite's protection. Or not. You know, we need to move back so that Ferraris can do something. Reign of Sorrows hitting the back rows. And then into the Wound. Because screw you, Butler.
Eradicated.
Oh yeah, he does extra versus marked, doesn't he? Rip and Tear. Let's get rid of the Supplicant. Oh no, Supplicants are already gonna go down some Marmite. Anti-Venom. Because we're below on health, we can do Insanguinate for like 1 of 2 times ever. We're gonna do Piercing Arrow just to take out Supplicant. We're not on Bleeding Arrows, that's why I got you into the wound.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
There we go. Okay. Jute Tapestry.
Foolish
Wow.
horrors.
Wanderer's Robe, that is minus Resolve experience, plus speed and plus protection, and then we'll take the rest for now. I was gonna save the food, but holy hell, we need it already. Then moving on along. There we go, there's a good scout. Any of these quest location? There's 1, there's 2. Now we know. Take the gold for now. This is a fight. Switching to bleeding this time around. And hitting all of them. Feed the beast. Say hello to Chainsaw Snake. Blood is fuel. Say hello to Bloodflower. Bloodflower has fuel. Punish the Bloodflower. Bleeding for 20 of 44. Into the wound. I think it bleeds out.
Quirks.
No more sycophants. Or rather, sycophants left and then it won't be summoning anymore. What is my luck with getting that? I'm gonna have to go fight the Viscount soon. He might be my first boss in the champion levels, just to get rid of the Crimson Curses. So now they bleed out. And if I take them out like so, even better. I'm gonna need the blood now, so might as well keep that on hand. I'm gonna go up to the treasure room here. 110% disarm chance, so we'll do that. No one really needs the stress down, so we'll save our 2 holy waters for something else. I really did not want that. Moving forward. Feed the beast. We're going to do... You know, would Bloody Gust be better here? Because then we bleed both of them for 6. And we do 3 additional damage with Bloody Gust. So realistically, we're hitting 6 to 8. Plus the bleed, if we were to have hit. Serrated Knife. And you can move back. I'm really hoping this isn't one I'm going to have to pull out of early. I will if I need to.
Gnawing uncertainty.
But I already know 2 of the locations and I'm like heading there now. Okay, Reign of Sorrows hitting the back rows. 9 bleed on Butler, he goes down. Into the wound on Strumpet that we can hit. Good dodge on that smack.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Blood is fuel. Let's rip up this sycophant. I think he bleeds out. So we can do Limb Snipe. And she'll bleed out. So blood is fuel. Let's
Press disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
phrasing. Phrasing. They're telling me to watch my phrasing. Screw it. Let's rip up the Strumpet is what I was gonna say, but
Maintain the offensive.
yeah, I probably someone's gonna clip that, and someone's gonna
Victory's mount.
put me out of contacts, and then things are not gonna be good. I will take the money over the ruby. I'll take the crests over the ruby. Kind of need those more. I'm gonna pop out to the curio. Oh, thankfully it's food. Can heal with this. Take the extra shovel? No, okay. I'm gonna dodge fights here. Go up and around and explore that way. Well, maybe not dodge fights, but I tried.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Man, Batville is having a bad day. We got the bleed on him. No, if Ferraris goes forward, that's fine. Big beast. Blood is fuel. Let's hit the Bloodflower, because then we bleed it as well. 12 bleed on it, 45 health. I'm actually going to do Serrated Knife here.
Precision and
Bleeding the Sycophant there. It bleeds out. Punishing the Bloodflower. So 25 bleed on it. It goes down on its next action. So just Butler left.
by inches.
Who wasted his turn? Yay! Now what I kind of wish is the butlers, who if they haven't used their
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
thirst
and
thing to get rid of their platter, had a better chance of dropping food. That would be such a little... Actually, they still have that platter when they do the thirst, don't they? But the butlers having a chance of dropping food would be such a nice little touch. I know it's stupid sounding, and I know it sounds like I'm trying to cater to this estate right now, but wouldn't that be like, or even if it was like a food that didn't heal for as much or something, wouldn't that be like a fun little thing? Just aesthetically for the game.
Treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Do we scout? Kind of wish we did. So we go right, get to the quest location, come back, go all the way down, get that quest location. If we don't find it, we get to go down. Piercing arrows. I kind of wish I could hit this trumpet, but blood is fuel onto the supplicant. Or not supplicant, the Bloodflower. Rain of Sorrows, let's hit both of them, because then we'll get this trumpet started. She bleeds for 9. Actually get her down with Serrated Knife. So just Supplicant left.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh man, he is having such a rough day. So they both bleed out now. Pop in the Supplicant.
The onslaught. Destroy them.
And Bloodflower is almost down. There we go.
Prodigious size alone.
Just had to hack through it a little bit more.
Sharpened blade.
You know what? Let's heal Vatville a bit. He doesn't necessarily need to be at half health, but having him above a quarter would be nice. Two knights and a gargoyle is rough with all that stunning that might be able to be here. Part of me wants to gust, knowing I'm not gonna bleed the gargoyle, but then I'm gonna do like 5 damage to the gargoyle, And then we still bleed the knight. Wait a moment. Wait, one moment here. I just realized something. Where's my additional 3 damage? The gargoyle was at 8. Why is he at 7? If he got hit for 1, then I'm supposed to do an additional 3. Gust is a melee. I'll see if it pops on something else. Bandage. Blood is fuel. We hit him for 6. 3 to 6. He's at 16 health, so this is fine. So he should be at 11. Where's my additional 3 damage?
Cleansed from our lands.
One moment here. I dug a little bit and I can't seem to find anyone saying that the Ripper's sidearm is not doing the additional 3 damage, so this might just be a me problem with how I've tried to get this working on my estate, which 100% might be a thing because I've had to do some wonky stuff. So I did ask in a few discords saying, hey, is this not working or is it anything? People will get back to me. If I get a response, I'll put something in the video. Full disclosure that this is probably just a me thing, and I'll have to figure it out, but it seems like the additional 3 damage on this is not working as intended, which is like the whole reason or half the reason I use it. Beyond hit damage is really nice from it though. It's a pretty strong trinket still, especially when used with like Bloody Gust. I did notice a problem with that update that I should fix as well, so I might have to do that as well. It seems like Bloody Gust
Slowly
isn't usable in the ranks that,
this is how I like
the update that changed how Rip and Tear worked. Also changed, the ranks Rip and Tear is usable in, not how it worked. Also changed the ranks that Bloody Gust is usable in. And I did not update that one. So I should be updating Bloody Gust as well. So that will be updated in the next episode. That one was on me. I didn't notice the Bloody Gust thing when I noticed the Rip and Tear, because I'm totally oblivious. So Bloody Gust is now usable in rank 3, but not usable in rank 1. Fun little note for those of you who haven't been using the Ripperkin, and that's why my Ripperkin is also a little wonky.
This expedition at least promises success.
Because I have to do I have to privately update her to do that, because Feed the Beast usually heals her. And I also tore the stuns off of her so that she was usable in this estate. But that's like the only things I've done with her, so I'm not sure why Ripper's sidearm is acting kind of wonky. Yikes, that health. You know what? There's a very good chance I'm gonna find food curios. We are very stressed out, we are very hurt. Let's use the firewood, let's feast for the stress. I have multiple things that can cure diseases, just not on others. Okay. So, sanguinary Consultation looks like my only prevent nighttime ambush. So let's do this. This also is plus monster surprise chance, but also a lot of people get stressed, which is not great. Do I have any way of de-stressing people? That would be the question. All I really have is pep talk. Let's do Terrible Night, because I should have a way of preventing a nighttime ambush. That'll give Evelyn here some major damage bonuses. Survival skills for some more. Scouting, pack lightly for the dodge, and we'll roll with that. Didn't work. Usually the prevent nighttime into the guaranteed ambush works. This is the second time now it hasn't. I am disappointed. I guess it's a gamble. Okay, so we're going to do Bloody Fuel, or Blood is Fuel, onto the Bloodflower. So that is 100% doing the extra bleed damage, because this is only a 4. And then 5, 6. And this is adding that 7th. 7th and 8th. Serrated knife hitting the back too. Moving forward with Cran, and we're fine. And now the fun begins. Dodge came in handy. Punish. Let's hit the Strumpet. Strumpet now goes down to bleed. Into the wound on Bloodflower. I think Bloodflower now goes down to bleed. Actually, no, he does not. But we can fix that later. Limb Snipe on Butler. Blood is Fuel, and now you bleed out. Butler left
Size has no
with lowered accuracy and another Blood is Fuel. They bleed out.
Be considered a virtue.
Or Limb Sniping to hit him in the other leg. And laugh at him.
Be wary.
We'll leave the gold.
Pride precipitates.
Turns out I did not have a small doll, but now I do. I think I would rather have my bandage back. Can I have my bandage back rather than the 50 gold?
Watch your step.
That hill, man. Having a bad day. Well, at least with that trap, it's like a monster's rushing in on them or something. That I can see them going for the person last in line. Maybe the middle people rather than the front person.
Obliterated.
I think Ferreira's did his job.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Yeah, we can get rid of the anti-venom. I bleed them all again.
A singular strike.
Maggot goes down. Feed the beast. Definitely want that knight. So Blood is Fuel onto him. Bloodletting Teeth, let's take out the Knight. Punish, let's take out the Esquire. He bleeds out? Yeah. So Butler left. Who now gets bled and bladed out. Moon Oil Bowstring. Go, go, go.
Annihilated.
Or we can do that.
Seize this momentum. Push on
You
to
know,
the task's end.
part of me wants to keep that holy water and part of me goes, screw it. But that being said, there are uses for the Wanderer's Robe, so I won't get rid of it. And we can get rid of the keys.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Kinda glad we dodged that one. Okay, just a curio over here. Probably actually de-stress, right? Yeah, 110. Kinda forgot about that. And it's a bag. Yay, food. Leave the money. And quest location down here. Feast for the stress. Drink the blood for the crave. He is the Fury. He searched the
To
bag.
be spent.
One torch left. We'll see what we find. At least we can de-stress, right? But definitely is one in one of these last four things. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining about, but it's a trek. Oh, do I really have to get rid of stuff for these? Okay. Holy water for the crusts. Bandages for the portraits. Medicinal herbs for the busts. Yes, I am taking all of them. Probably should have gotten rid of the torches, but oh well. Technically, I can leave. There's 2 rooms left. Can't do that one anymore. But technically, I could take a little bit more out of here. It looks like a little Joker's head. It's kinda... ugh. See the contract too, so... yeah, 1 more battle, 1 more curio. 2 gargoyles. This shouldn't be absolutely horrible. Alright. So if I Bloody Gust, it's a pretty heavy bleed onto the courier. We do damage to the gargoyle. Courier goes down. Serrated knife, hitting gargoyle. It'll probably take him down, bleeding the sycophant. And take gargoyle down. Gargoyle blood. Smashed a gargoyle, 5 to 10 damage. We did 6.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Let's get rid of the food. I say as I'm probably about to hunger check. Oh, I still have the 4 food there, so we're fine. I don't know why I did that. But I can at least get some stress down, I suppose.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
All I can do is consultation for the prevent nighttime ambush. Otherwise it's a fight, or not a guaranteed, I suppose, but yeah. At least it's not a guaranteed ambush. I came out of that worse than I went in. There we go. Alright, Subjugator's helmet. Few crests, few gold as a reward. So like 11,000, 12,000. But 36 crusts, 4 portraits, 3 deeds, 9 busts. Evelyn hit level 5, Ferreira's hit level 5, Vatville's level 4. Cran's still level 3, but got Rune's Adventure and Antsy, so we will take Antsy off. Evelyn got Kawasaki's, so we will take Kawasaki's off, and she got Tough, so I probably will lock in Tough. And then also Bloodthirsty on Vatville, which is really bad.
The plume and the pistol.
And I'll just leave those guys.
A fitting end to
Do they have good?
and a
Do they have good
curse upon us
quirks? Reckless and Dignitary, and then Valiant. So Horde Duration down. Curious? No, no, absolutely not. I don't really like either of these. So Sanitarium, Evelyn gets Kawasaki's off. I usually don't like doing this, but Vatville, Bloodthirsty, just so I don't forget, and we're also gonna lock in Quick Draw. So Evelyn's probably gonna get the Crimson Curse out of that. Ferreira's. And also, before I forget, Abby is now fully
A little hope,
done.
however desperate, is never without worth.
Alright. So that being said, I don't know what's going to be next. There are some very, very good trinkets out and about, but I will figure that out next time. Probably going for either the Highwayman's Seath or the Murderer's Mark, but we'll see what happens. But it's probably going to be another Runes run, I'm assuming, which will let me get to the Sonorous Prophet faster, whatever prophet it is. So that'll most likely be the plan, but we'll see. Which means something meant for the runes and leveling those good folk up. It doesn't really matter. I was going to say I hope I have enough veterans to level up everything, but then it doesn't really matter because I can go into champion levels to level people up, the areas up as well. So it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. And realistically, champion stuff gives me even better trinkets. Like if I really wanted to, I could go get one of the best trinkets right now for the White Priestess. And there's some really good trinkets just sitting around waiting for me to just go get them. I just haven't even looked at them because they are champion level and I'm looking at veterans right now. And that's how it's going to be for a little bit. But I think that's going to be the plan, is going to get probably Murderer's Mark or the Seath. And we'll go from there, but I might change my mind. I don't know. We'll take it by ear. So that'll be the plan. We'll go with that. Have fun. We'll see. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.